So when you're looking at places to call home, it can be overwhelming, especially if you're looking at every little community, neighborhood, town surrounding Phoenix. Do you want to live in the East Valley or the West Valley? And today I want to talk about Queen Creek, Arizona. And is it a good place to live, to move to, just somewhere that you want to call home? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rich Brecklin, your Arizona real estate agent with ΓEA Broker. Like I say in every video, if you're looking to make the move like we did, like so many of my clients have from across the country, even parts from our neighbors up north in Canada, let me know. I'll put my contact info below. Follow me on Instagram. But let's get into it. It started as this real small town, used to be considered like out in the middle of nowhere, but as Phoenix Metro grew and grew and grew in population, well, people expanded into Queen Creek, especially the places becoming more expensive. I met with a lot of clients who wanted Gilbert, but Gilbert's prices forced them to go east, so they went San Valley and Queen Creek. And now we're seeing Queen Creek's prices rise as well. Currently over 50,000 people call Queen Creek home, and I bet when they do the next census that number is going to be closer to 75,000. And it has grown pretty rapidly, like a lot of the suburbs here. Now, what I love about Queen Creek are you have a lot of options when you get to call, where you get to call home from different neighborhoods, price points. And one thing I really like are your location and proximity to the mountains. So San Mountain Range is pretty much right there in your backyard. I mean, it's still a smallish town. It's just growing really, rapid. One thing I know, I live in Gilbert, when I'm going to Queen Creek quite often, we go to the mountains quite a bit, is how congested it gets just on Ellsworth Loop, just because so many new communities, so many people are moving there. There's certain times of the day, it was just a pain to drive through. And we're starting to see, they're opening up different roads and everything, but with more and more businesses coming, more business being built, it just brings in more and more people. And then we have a lot of new master plan communities, new builds happening. Some haven't even started yet, they just bought the land. So I feel like every time I go into Queen Creek, there's a new build. So if you're looking for, a home with a lake, that classic community feeling, Legato is a great community in Queen Creek near Gilbert. And then one community I'm really excited for from Toll Brothers is right at pretty much the foot or the base of San Mountain. Now that won't be open for a while, but Toll Brothers bought that for, I believe, $16 million, 250 acres. So you'll be really having the mountains in your backyard. So one thing is though, great schools, and I know it's a lot of concern, people with kids, you wonder, what are the schools like? Well, good thing is, part of it might be in Gilbert School District, but Queen Creek, you should be okay. Do your research, obviously, when it comes to schools, but greatschools.org is a great place to stop. And all my clients who have moved to Queen Creek and San Valley have been really happy with the schools and the education that their kids are getting. Now, I know I talked earlier about people looking in Gilbert going to Queen Creek because of housing affordability, and to me, that's a huge pro. You can buy a relatively new home for under $400,000 and you're not having to give up much. For example, I sold a home in Queen Creek for just under $400,000. It was a 4-bedroom with a pool, 5 years old. Now, if you want that same home in Gilbert, you're probably going to be paying closer to $5,000, depending on which neighborhood it is. So if you're looking for affordability, but want to be in the East Valley, want to be near Gilbert, near Mesa, Queen Creek would definitely be a place I would check out. Now, if you're someone who relies on public transportation, I probably wouldn't consider Queen Creek. There's not really many options for public transportation to get you from Queen Creek if you need to get into Phoenix. At least I would not want to have that as my daily, choice. So if you need public transportation, Queen Creek may not be the best choice for you. So yes, more and more businesses and restaurants and things are coming to Queen Creek or establishing Queen Creek, but you don't have your big shopping centers like you would experience in other areas. Now there's your typical, I'll call strip mall, but there's decent areas on Ellsworth. But if you're looking for a more mall type setting, then Queen Creek isn't going to have it. But the good thing is it's close enough and easy to get to, to Gilbert, to other places where you can go shop your little heart out if that's something you're looking to do. Another thing with Queen Creek are, the parks. I mentioned San Mountain. So $7 to get in, or you can get a year pass from Maricopa County Parks for $85. Well worth it. We go there almost every weekend, I feel, but that is a great option. There's also other parks that are free, like Mansell Carter Park. There's a lake there, kids can play, splash pad, everything. So you have a lot of different options in Queen Creek when it comes to, recreation. I love Queen Creek, even though we don't live there, we live next to it, but I would definitely not hesitate to move to Queen Creek just because the options with the neighborhoods. Some of the builders are doing some really great things. I love the homes they're building. And if that's something you're looking for and you want more information, want a spec sheet, price list on some of these new communities that you can't find out there, let me know. I have a link in my description where you can send that request over. And if you're looking to move here, happy to help you. It's Rich Brecklin, Real Broker Arizona Real Estate Agent. Watch this next video and I'll see you on the next one.